The Magician's Nephew, a dramatization.
Our story begins in the early 1900s in London, England. A boy Diggory and a girl Polly are neighbors in a row house and become acquainted. Because Diggory's mom is very sick and Polly is lonely, both start exploring the attic of Polly's house. While they are exploring, they accidentally find themselves in Uncle Andrew's study. That's Diggory's mad uncle. Uncle Andrew thinks he is a great magician and makes magical experiments on animals. Uncle Andrew sneakily shows the children his magic green and yellow rings. Polly touches one and immediately disappears right in front of Diggory. Uncle Andrew explains that without both rings, Polly can never come back.
That was a rotten thing to do. It's just as if you murdered her,
says Diggory.
Well, Polly can get back if you go after her,
remarks Uncle Andrew. Diggory grabs the rings, suddenly disappears, and goes after Polly.
Polly and Diggory wake up in the wood between the worlds, a forest filled with pools. They jump into one of the pools and find themselves in a dying world of Charn. In Charn, they come to a great hall. It's filled with statues of lords and ladies. They walk up to the front of the great hall, and there stands a table with a little bell and a hammer. Below is written a poem. Make your choice, adventurous stranger. Strike the bell and bide the danger, or wonder till it drives you mad. What would have happened if you had? Diggory rings the bell and awakens Queen Jadis, an evil witch. Queen Jadis was very tall, with a look of such fierceness and pride that it took your breath away. Yet she was beautiful too, very beautiful. Queen Jadis takes them through the city of Charn, which is beginning to crumble all around them. When the children try to escape her clutches, she roughly grabs them and follows them to London as they grab their rings.
In London, Jadis meets Uncle Andrew, who is very impressed, but also a little frightened by her. She commands him to take her around London to find jewels and furs, to dress her as a queen should be clad. Aunt Letty walks into the room, meets Jadis, and is not impressed.
Who is this drunken circus performer? Exclaimed Aunt Letty.
Jadis realizes her magic doesn't work in London and throws Aunt Letty across the room.
Oh!
Fortunately, Aunt Letty lands on the mattress. Diggory looks out the window and sees all the chaos Jadis has created. He realizes Jadis is let loose on London and doesn't know what to do. Polly is grounded for running out and can't leave her house. Both are agonizing as they look out the window. Jadis has gone on a robbing spree, and the police are chasing her. Jadis returns careening around the corner, standing on top of the hansom, wearing stolen jewels and princely garments. After Jadis takes down a squad of policemen, Diggory and Polly escape from their houses with the rings and manage to take the witch, Uncle Andrew, the cabbie, and his horse back to the wood between the worlds. Polly and Diggory try to get back to Charn, but instead they find themselves in a dark, empty world.
Where are we, Diggory? This isn't Charn.
Are you sure, Polly? Maybe it's just the middle of the night.
This is not Charn. This is nothing.
Oh, don't say that. It can't be that bad, though there's no stars or wind. It's just so dark. Cabman, do you have some brandy? That's just what I need.
Keep calm, everyone. Keep calm. That's what I say. No bones broken? Good, good. Now, if we've fallen in some diggings in the underground, then someone will come and get us soon.
Diggory! Diggory! Diggory!
Where are you pulling me to?
Put her in the ring. Let's go!
I'm not leaving Polly.
Fool! Do not try to leave.
Hush! Listen.
One moment there was darkness, and the next the sky was suddenly blazing with stars, constellations, and planets, brighter and bigger than any in our world. Now the first voice was getting stronger, and the song became more triumphant. Now something else was happening. The children in the cabby look in amazement, but Jadis and Uncle Andrew look in terror and anger. Far away and down near the horizon, the sky began to turn gray, to white, to pink, to gold. The voice rose and rose, till all the air was shaking with it. And just as it swelled to the mightiest and most glorious sound it had yet produced, the sun arose, and you forgot everything until you saw the singer himself. It was a lion, huge, majestic, and bright. Facing the risen sun, its mouth was wide open in song.
This is a terrible world. Let's leave at once.
Yes, I agree. Diggory, put on the rings.
Rings it is.
Don't come a step nearer. If you do, Pauline and I will vanish.
Shh! Hold your noise, everyone. I want to listen to the music.
The song had changed to a more lilting tune, a gentle, rippling music, and everywhere the lion walked, grass grew, spreading out from the lion like a pool. It ran up the sides of the little hills like a wave. In a few minutes it was creeping up the lower slopes of the distant mountains, making that young world every moment softer. Trees began to grow. Flowers began to pop up everywhere, firs, primroses, daisies, and buttercups. The lion started pacing nearer and nearer to where the humans were, and the witch throws a lamppost bar at the lion. When she saw that nothing happened to him, she screams and runs away. All the while, Uncle Andrew is still trying to get back home.
Diggory, put on the rings.
Leave me alone.
Suddenly, they all notice a small lamppost growing from where it fell. Watching the lamppost grow gives Uncle Andrew grand ideas about all the money he could make. As Diggory watches what is happening, he wonders if he could find something to save his mom. The song changes again to a much wilder tune, and something strange starts to happen. The land was swelling into lumps, and they were of very different sizes. And the humps moved and swelled till they burst, and from each hump there came out an animal. Moles, dogs, stags, frogs, leopards, panthers, birds, butterflies, bees, and elephants. The animal noises drowned out the sound of the song. The lion walks through the animals, choosing certain ones. Aslan breathed on all the animals and said,
Narnia! Narnia! Narnia, awake! Love, think, speak. Be walking trees, be talking beasts, be divine waters.
After giving the animals the gift of speech, Aslan calls for the cabbie's wife and announces that Frank and Helen will be the first king and queen of Narnia. He then sends Diggory and Polly on a wild quest to find a magic apple with the flying horse Fledge, who had once been Strawberry, the cabbie's horse. Diggory returns with a magical apple, which he plants.
Son of Adam, you have sown well. And you, Narnians, let it be your first care to guard this tree, for it is your shield. The witch of whom I told you has fled far into the north of the world. She will live on there, growing stronger in dark magic. But while that tree flourishes, she will never come down into Narnia. She dare not come within 100 miles of the tree, for its smell, which is joy, and life and health to you is death and horror and despair to her. Let us proceed with the coronation.
After the coronation of King Frank and Queen Helen, Aslan sends Diggory, Polly, and Uncle Andrew home with an apple to heal Diggory's mother. Diggory planted the core of that apple, and years later, the wood from the tree would be built into a wardrobe. But that's another story.